Hey everybody, Eric here from the MMG. Welcome to the channel. Today we're talking Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlords. The brand new DLC just hit, War Cells, and you can be a pirate Viking. Enough said, right? Go buy it. Let's play right now. It's what I said. It's what we're going to do next on the channel. We're going to have a lot of coverage of War Cells, so stick with me. But the first thing I wanted to do is they dropped the content with a huge patch, and we're going to cover all that really quick and kind of go over it because it's a lot more than I thought was going to be here. I thought it was just going to be War Cells, but they've actually added a lot of other stuff. So let's cover that real quick. They've added a whole new continent, which is actually down here, a whole new continent to the land up here. And there's 20 ships, 15 warships, 4 trade ships, and civilian fishing vessels are now into the game. So you can equip these ships, siege engines, they have cargo holds, you can upgrade the cells, rams, and more. You can actually capture enemy ships in the battle. You can acquire vessels from shipyards. You can build them in your own town. They've added completely new gear for the ship battles. So they've also added new weapons and gear. They say spears, swords, axes, shields, and armor. And these are just naval variants of those weapons. And how the new War Cells content is introduced is there's a whole guided quest line that first introduces you into starting a small fleet. So you would do this through the game. If you start like a new campaign, you're going to hit this part. And I haven't done it yet, but I don't think it'll be too far into the campaign where you're going to hit this guided tour of what to do and how to become the Viking pirate that you want to be, right? All right, the next part I want to talk about this is all the other content they drop, which really surprised me. So this patch has so much stuff. So they have alliance and trade agreements in there now. They have stealth and disguise, which I'm super excited about. This is a whole new way to play the game. We'll talk about that here in a second. They have fast mode, so you can speed up the game. Deserters and patrol parties now. They have random events, so they've added some more random events. You can now parlay with the enemy. Okay. Movement control over caravans. This is cool. You can do that now. Recruiting nobles as supporters. So if you need a noble to support you, you might be able to pay them some money, and they'll come in and help you with whatever you need, which is cool. They reworked peace, war, peace, and tribute. I'm excited to see what that looks like. There is now decision scoring, they said. They've reworked the AI for the armies. Excited to see what that looks like. They said they're smarter. Based off their strengths and their weaknesses, they'll make the better decisions. Reworked settlement projects. Also really excited for that to see what the differences are. They've added new music and sound, overhauled the mission atmosphere, which I don't really know what that means. Excited to check that out. Post knockout troop takeovers. This means if you get knocked out, instead of just being a spectator, you can now take over another troop. So you're not knocked out and watching your guys either win or lose the battle. You can actually take over another troop and start fighting again, which I love. That's awesome. They've added a completely new weapon, the Slings. I mean, not something I would be super excited for as far as a weapon type, but it might be cool. I think it'll be good early game, right? We'll see. New main menu videos, new armor, new shield pieces. This is all the new stuff that they brought in. But you can now fire a bow crouched, which is new. And you can do reloading too. So that's kind of cool. You might be able to get in a little nook and cranny and pop some people while you're crouched. They overhauled spear bracing. So instead of most of the time your spearmen would, put their spear away and pull out a sword or something for close combat, they've redone it. So I'll be interested to see how that works. Improved melee, range, and cavalry AI. So more AI improvements. You can import, export hero cheats. I don't normally do that, but that's cool that it's there. And then expanded modding capability. So this game's obviously right from the start. They said we're going to totally support modding, and they have. There's a ton of great mods for this game out there, and they're just expanding that. So really, really good to see that. Now, I said I was going to talk more about stealth and disguise because it's my favorite part of this patch. Let's talk about it. So the stealth and disguise mechanism, you can now use it for prison breaks. There's new hideout scenes, which I think could be really cool. Like, are you going to sneak into that hideout and take out that bandit lord by himself without having to work all the way through all the enemies? Because that did get kind of monotonous after a while, right? Because it was pretty much the same. There's a couple different masks, but you knew what you're doing. New hideout scenes, like I said, can't wait. There's new hostile town infiltrations. I don't know what that's going to look like, but also they've added like all new stealth mechanisms, so guards will react to light and sound and movement while you're sneaking. So this you can cause distractions. You can eliminate targets quietly, which you're seeing in the video right here of the stealth kill. You can hide bodies. You can disguise your scout and operate in hostile towns through suspicious actions. It could quickly raise an alarm. But yeah, so a whole Disguise and stealth has been added to the game. I cannot wait to check it out. That's what my playthrough is going to be. So, like I said, we're going to start our Let's Play for the War Cells DLC, and I'm definitely going to invest heavily in stealth and disguise and check all that new content out. So, if you want to see more, look for videos on our channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I've been Eric with the MMG. I am Eric with the MMG. Thanks for hanging out with me, and have yourself a great day.